Hello and welcome. My name is Bakery and I'm the support and team captain for Team Dignitas. And I just wanted to make a quick video here today to break down my thoughts on the Spring Global Championship patch. So the notes just got released today. It's not in the game yet. It's coming on Wednesday, March the 16th. I'll just give you some first impressions and what these changes will likely mean for the competitive meta. So first off, we have the Nova changes. And these, in general, I think, are pretty good changes. She's definitely an underpowered hero right now. And making her snipe a 6-second cooldown, giving like a mana cost decrease, it's just the quality of life thing. And increasing her health by what looks to be about 5% is a bit of a change. Is designed to push her into viability in the niche cases that she is viable in. So right now, she's just too weak a hero, but with these changes, she should be able to put out pretty good, consistent damage, which is also single target, and it's the correct niche, I think, to push her into. And the changes, I think, are very well balanced. I don't think she's going to be insane after these. And I think there's a fairly high chance that we will get to see her at least a few games in Seoul. So the next changes are to Seoul, who's the newest hero today. And he was definitely in need of some nerfs. So we've got about a 10% nerf to his basic attack damage, which was definitely warranted. He was doing far, far too much damage, especially in AoE with his curve strikes. We've also got a few nerfs to his skeleton talents, and again, these are very justified. He did have a few issues with his build diversity at the high levels. We were seeing a skeleton build every game. And these will hopefully lower his power level a bit, while also making sure that his other builds become more viable, and we'll see some more build diversity. So I think the changes to his talents are actually pretty good. We also see a damage reduction on Q, which I definitely agree with because it was doing too much and it was pretty hard to miss if you just used it after a stun or indeed after your own route, which is what you're doing anyway because it was too hard to hit without that reliably. And then we finally see an attack speed slow amount reduced from 50% to 40%. And this shouldn't change too much, but this should just mean that it's a lot less frustrating once you accidentally get tagged by it, just the one time. And yeah, it's just a nice change overall, I'd say. The final change is a change to Rehgar, and I think this change is absolutely terrible, I'm afraid. So the reasoning they gave, him being too hard to take down, is not a good reason, I don't think. He's not hard to take down. You stun him, he cannot cleanse. There's no one to cleanse for him. There's no one to heal for him. He's squishy, and he's a melee support that specializes in being in close range to make use of not only his trait, but also his W, and also his E, and also his R. So I don't buy the reasoning. I don't think that was even an issue. He was in need of nerfs, of course, but not this kind. The other reason I don't like this is it basically forces him now to play the same style that he played before his recent rework. And the entire point of that rework was to make him into a more aggressive, more frontliney kind of support. So the fact that they've now changed it back to the way it was before, and they've also done it with a very counterintuitive way, I really dislike. And finally, the last thing that I dislike about this is that it creates a dangerous precedent for the future of the game. So not only does this raise questions about whether you should be able to cast Divine Shield or Divine Palm on yourself, but it also confuses newer players who will come to the game and they will just assume that either you can cast Ancestor on yourself or you cannot based on the interactions of the other two abilities because they are quite similar. And all in all, I think this change is very bad on multiple levels. I really hope that we see maybe this reverted, or maybe some other changes that will enable Rehgar to stay more in the front line in the future. So that's all. As I said, I'm pretty disappointed overall, although I'm glad that there are only 3 changes. They're keeping the changes light so that we have the maximum amount of time to prepare. So thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed it, feel free to follow me on Twitter at Bakery Heroes, and of course subscribe to the YouTube channel.
I'm a bad mother.
Woo!
Shut your mouth.
Karazim is probably one of the strongest supports right now.